Okay, guys, we're back and we're talking about Instagram. So yesterday we did a post. We dived into asking for some examples. Today we're going to talk about all of those examples. So we're going to kind of dive into the good, the bad, the ugly, the things that went well with the post, things that maybe I would do differently, different ways to use this for business. Now, these again are my opinions. These are things that I would do differently. So this doesn't mean what you're doing is right or wrong. You at the end of the day decide what's best for you and your social media, right? So I would definitely listen to it, take some advice, think about it, and then do what you feel best with. So what I've done is I basically just put together all of the pictures that I was able to, and we're just going to dive into each of them. Some of them will have like your handler name on them. It's just however you posted it. I just took that picture. Others won't. So if it doesn't have your name, sorry, but you should know your picture and we can kind of go from there. Okay, so we're just going to dive in. So this is the first one that we have up on the screen, a great picture of Ningxia Red, Nitro, a nice mug, and Zing. Okay, the description, I'm sure there'll be two of these in my day. Eve of wedding, checklist, packing, Ningxia Zing, Ningxia Nitro, and Ningxia Red, all hashtags. Okay, love the picture, love the simplicity of the picture. One of my pet peeves would be if you're going to be taking a picture of something, try to do it more straight on and avoid anything like this here in the back so it's very clean looking if it's going to be a product focused shot. Now, if you're taking a picture, or let's say this is reversed, right? And you're taking a picture and then this product is in the back, stuff like that doesn't matter. But you want to make sure that your focus is on what the product is in the situation. So I would make sure when you're doing something with product straight up, maybe make sure everything is clean, set to go, organized however you want to do it. Now, also, there's different ways to do this, right? So let's say this is an office, great way to say, hey, working at the office, going to need some of these things. Great picture. I really like this. I like the way it's set up. I think it's great. A couple things that maybe I would do with the hashtags. Loved the emojis that you used. Love the way you used hashtags. Maybe research a couple of popular wedding hashtags and take a couple minutes and use a couple of those. So maybe like, 2017 brides, or I don't know what there might be for that, but find those popular hashtags and then put your post in with one of those hashtags as well. That's going to help your post be seen by more people who are popularly using that hashtag. It's a great way to really grow your business and to have your post seen. So it's definitely something to think about. Honestly, great post. There's a lot of potential with this. This is definitely a good thing to do. Keep up the good work. Keep posting. Keep showing pictures of pictures. Sorry. Keep showing pictures of the product. And also, I'm sure as well you do other posts, right? So do some posts without the oils. Make it balanced. Great job. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the next one. So this one here, I think, was in a personal post that someone to do, not necessarily a business one. So this is going to be a lot quicker. It says vintage mug. Okay, talks about your tea. Okay, very simple, very clean. This works great. As a personal post, guys, have fun with it. Have fun, do what you want to do, enjoy it. It's simple, it's clean. There's some great hashtags, great few things. The other thing, again, is research your popular hashtags. Find some other hashtags that might work within this area to help you. Okay, again, great post. Okay, here we are, peppermint vitality. Okay, what does it say? One of my favorite desserts, peppermint vitality brownies. Add 6 to 8 drops to your brownie batter. And then it has hashtags. Okay, I love the idea of this. I love being able to make recipes and show people. I would maybe do the shot a little different. So that way, peppermint vitality, because you can kind of see it has a little glare on it here and a glare here. And also having seen your hand in the shot, maybe do something where you have the brownies in the background with the mixer over the side, peppermint in the front. So peppermint is your focus. The brownies in the background are a little off. So you're zooming in and focusing on the peppermint, those in the background, and maybe that's your shot. That is something that I would do a little differently. But again, I'm super picky when it comes to images. So there's nothing wrong with any of these. These are just my opinions, right? And hashtags, I love that you put peppermint brownies, hashtag brownies. That's a great way. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff with that. So there's a lot of potential that you can do with those hashtags. Again, take a couple seconds, research what are some popular dessert or healthy eating hashtags and use some of those. You can't go wrong doing that, okay? Next one. So, again, let's see. These two were my lifesavers this past week. Went on a solo road trip to visit family this past week. 5 days and 1,400 miles. Stress Away and Nitros were must-haves for all that driving. Okay, love it. Practical example of how to use the product. Again, maybe what I would have done just a little differently is you have the glares, and I don't like to see hands in pictures like I was saying. So maybe sit that on your dash or sit that on your steering wheel and then take a picture with the odometer and everything in the background and then do your same post, okay? The other thing is I would suggest when you're doing this, go through it and try to avoid using the same words to end sentences. So like these two were my lifesavers this past week. Went on a solo road trip to visit family this past week. So maybe just change that up so it's all one sentence. Went on a solo road trip this past week. These two products were lifesavers. Something like that just to condense it so that way, and it doesn't sound a little funny if it ends in the same thing. Again, perfectionist in me. I love Instagram and social media, so I kind of am picky about different things. Great job. This is the type of posts that are going to help you grow your business because you're giving people practical uses. And guess what? You're compliant. You didn't talk about being tired. You didn't talk about Stress Away taking away stress. You didn't talk about Nitro keeping you awake. You got a point across and we're still compliant. Great job. Okay, let's see here. This is a good one. So had one of those days. Great example. It's like a shot of someone who looks like they're falling. Everything's just falling apart. Deep relief pan away. Now, a lot of people love these types of posts. Me personally, it's not my thing. I think it's okay to do occasionally, but definitely take time at some point to do real shots. And I personally do not like putting my website in my Instagram post because I want it to be more natural, more fun, more just images. Like I just want people to scroll through and see the images. Those are my opinion, right? Again. But I love the fact that guess what? You again are compliant. Had one of those days. You can look at this picture and tell exactly what kind of day it was, and you can automatically know what products are going to work, okay? How they're going to help you. Great job. Okay, best bar ever. Can I eat this for breakfast, snack, and desserts? Okay, seriously, so delicious. My new favorite snack for all occasions. Feeling delicious. I couldn't see it there all of a sudden. Not overly strong in any area, not too sweet, just sweet enough, and I can see and pronounce all the ingredients. Perfection. Great job. Now, one thing that I would like to see differently is, okay, maybe we actually take a picture of you eating the Sleek bar. Or if you have kids or family, let's show pictures of them eating the Sleek bar. So instead of just showing a picture of it, let's show a picture of it in action. Maybe even cut it up and put it on a tray and have you serving that. You could do different things to show that you actually eat them, but let's show these pictures in action. I think that's a great way. So hashtags, healthy eating, healthy snacking, eat real food, eat real ingredients, real food, real ingredients. Okay, this would have been a great one as well where you could have done like green eating, go green, different things like that because those are super popular hashtags. And it also works because the Sleek wrapper is green. So just a couple ideas there. But again, great job. Great way to do this. Okay, so here we are, a great shot. This looks like fun. This looks like a fun picture. And it says oily vacation with my sisters. So if I'm thinking about a shot for vacation, this is perfect. It's a nice, simple setup, a great picture, simple, it's clean, and it looks like fun, right? So it looks like, okay, there's some fun drinks. We've got the oils out, different things, and it will get people asking questions. It's good. Image, perfect. Maybe add a bit more when it comes to text in this situation. Like, hashtags about like mixed drinks and oils, because a lot of people don't know that you can put these oils into your drinks. A lot of people don't know that that's an option. So maybe explain that. Also, having deep relief in a shot with food can also be a bit confusing for people. It's not something that can be eaten or consumed. So I would maybe separate that a bit, put it on the other side by your diffuser, and then in your text be like rest and relaxation this weekend. Oh, and fun with my sisters on this oily vacation or something. So then you have products for relaxation and rest, and you have your food products bunched together. The other thing from a compliance standpoint is if you're using these, they need to be the vitality oils in your images. So if you're showing that they go in food, or you're implying that they might go in food, and I don't know if that's what you're doing here, I'm just talking in general. If you're doing that, it needs to be the vitality oils so you don't get dinged from compliance. Great job, great picture, super clean, way to go. Okay, this again, great shot, guys. This is fun, it's real, it shows you, your child. I love it. Simple, nothing too much. And then guess what? There's no product in this picture. And you still did a great job tying it into oils. How did I get this kiss? I threatened to take away his oils, okay? So then you have some hashtags on here. I would pick a few hashtags that are going to be better well known. Maybe do something like hashtag parenting or different things like that to get people involved, okay? Again, great picture. I love that you did one with no product. I think that's awesome. It shows that you still can do business posts on social media and not have to use product in every picture. Okay, this one here is a great example of a couple of things. So let's see. Okay, sorry, it's going to slide to the next one. So I was going to see if I could see further down. Okay, great picture. I like this for a couple reasons. One, the product is not the main focus. It's out of sight, okay? But yet it shows, hey, oils can be used with children. Oils can be used around children. Oils can be fun and relaxing for children. All of these things are said in this picture, okay? So it's great because it shows that, hey, it's okay for this, right? Super great, okay? The other thing that you could have done in this situation is done hashtag Legos or something. Even though they're not Legos, Legos are pretty much assumed as blocks in general. So, you could have done a few more hashtags to really get more interaction, but great job. I love that the product is out of focus and you're telling a story. You could have done a bit more as the description if you wanted to, but not necessary. Simple, straight to the point, looks good. Okay, excellence is a choice, Raven, okay? So then it says excellence is a choice, Raven, perfect. So one thing that I do or don't do, again, I love the picture, simple, clean. I can tell what you're diffusing, I like that. I don't like to repeat the same text on my image as my description, okay? So if you're going to do one of those, do one in the description or one on the image, in my opinion. That's the best way to do it. The other thing is, what is Raven? What does Raven do? Why do you diffuse Raven? Those could be some of your hashtags. Those could be some of the things that you could possibly use as well in there. Great job. The biggest thing with Instagram is the image, and it's spot on. Perfect, clean, simple, and just easygoing. Now, the other thing is, I don't think you need to put your member number, your name, and try to pitch people on every one. So do business post without being so business salesy at times. Find the balance that works for you. Great job. Okay, again, great picture. Love the diffuser in the background. Love the oil in the front. Again, I'm a perfectionist, so I would have pushed this little white part around up to the bottle so it looked like a new bottle of oil. That's just my personal preference. Peace and calming, just what I need after a long, hectic day. I would maybe say peace and calming too, so the oils match the name. But again, that's me. Love my oils, all natural, great hashtags. You could have done some other ones like rest and relaxation, something like that as well. But again, hashtags are something that, can always be improved upon, I think. So great job. Picture looks good. Love it. Sorry, guys, I have the hiccups here as I'm recording this video, so bear with me. Also, maybe show the diffuser diffusing. So try to show it in action so people can see what the diffuser looks like as it's going. Great thing to do, okay? So Young Living for Life, oil addicts, love this. This is a picture that just shows you. It shows you having fun. It shows you being involved. This is great. Love it. The picture says 1,000 words, right? You're happy, you're smiling, you've got some fun little signs that you're holding up. Good job. Young Living for Life, my family and friends are addicted to oils. That spells health. Perfect. Maybe add in a few hashtags. Hashtag health, hashtag healthy living, hashtag young living, hashtag better your life, hashtag goals, something like that, right? Different hashtags that you could have done, but otherwise, great job. Looks good. Have fun with it and keep doing this stuff. Awesome. Okay. So this is great. Believe we just broke the record. So much snow. Okay, love this. Simple. No issues with this. It's a natural picture. It looks like someone could have just walked outside and taken it. That is what people like to see on Instagram. Great job. You could even add in a few hashtags here, like random stuff, right? So this is nothing to do with business, so to say, in the picture, but the hashtag could have been like thieves in winter or winter bug or something like that, where it could have tied into your overall profile on Instagram. Great job. Okay, here we are. Nice view. Beautiful sunrise this morning. People love this stuff. They love seeing these things on Instagram. They love to share these things. So if you're able to pull over, I highly recommend pulling off the road and getting a real picture so there's not like the hood of the car or whatever. And then you can actually use that in for business. Sunsets and sightseeing are probably the most popular things on Instagram. People want to see these, they want to share these, they want to use these. Great picture, great sunrise. Also, remember your hashtags. Remember to use them, to share them, and find popular ones because that's going to help a ton. Okay? Kathy, this is yours, your puppy. So this or this, great picture. People love seeing animals online. You know, great job. You have your German Shepherd, cuteness, puppies. Maybe put in some caption there to really show like what is he doing, what is the this or that type thing, like what is the option. Give some text to give a bit more information, because when I first looked I was a little confused, but it's a great picture. I love the comparison of the two pictures. People love puppies. Great job. Okay, so here's another one. Again, cheers to all moms and dads, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends who survived the first back to school week mornings. We managed to make it the morning bus 2 days in a row. That's a win. Okay, I love this one. It's simple. I love that the mug shows, I'm assuming, your kids. Great job. Shows your family. You look happy in the picture. This is great. I also love that you're talking about real issues that parents face. I don't have kids, but I hear all the time from parents in my group, like, oh, it's the first couple weeks of school, getting back into the routine, getting the kids to the bus and to the right class, and all of these things. So I think what you did was perfect. You were able to come up with a common issue and show so much more, right, with it. So great job. Love that you tagged your family life. Morning coffee is great because so many people like that. Even if you have a brand of coffee that you use, you can tag that brand, and that's going to help because it's going to get more people to see your post. And then also in this, maybe make it a business post, right? So do something in addition where you have a diffuser going in the background. You have, you know, an oil or a roll-on or something in the picture. Just something where you can use a hashtag to relate that as well. Great job. Okay, this one again. People love seeing children. They love seeing children interact. I like this picture because I look at it a little different. I see simplicity. So when I look at this, hey, a kid can use this product. Guess what? So can I. That's how I want every one of my Instagram posts to be. Okay, that doesn't mean it was intended that way, but that's how I take it. And that's the other thing to remember. As we're going through our Instagram pictures and we're taking images and we're doing different shots for people, or to post rather, people are going to take them in a different way. I don't have children, so the first thing that comes to my mind isn't children. Oh, let me give this to my kids. The first thing that comes to my mind is, hey, 4 years ago, I didn't use oils. I was overwhelmed. If a kid can do this, so can I. So great job. It speaks to different people in different ways. It's always great to show your kids. It's always great to show the product. It shows that it's safe for children. Great job. Okay. Great job here. Image of the starter kit. So this is great for business. I personally don't do posts like this. The reason is I like my Instagram to be images. So like I said earlier, I like to actually take my pictures. So maybe I would have set up a starter kit on the counter, taken that picture and been like hashtag promotion, hashtag peace and calming, hashtag get it fast or something crazy, right? Great job. Great way to do it. The description is fine, but also have fun with it. Remember, show pictures maybe of you putting your starter kit into action and then create like a collage of 4 pictures. So have the starter kit in the background, then maybe you're cooking with one of the vitality oils, then another picture of you sitting using the diffuser, starter kit in the background, using a lavender. Then maybe one of you sitting at the table going through the business cards or the forms from your starter kit. You can put these all in one image and post that as a collage type thing. Great way to show the starter kit in action. Great job. Okay, I'm so over dry skin. Thought it would be okay to hit that time of life, change things up and stop spouting oil. Wrong. Trying this DIY clay mask boosted. Okay. So, great way to show how to use stuff. Great way to put things in practice. And I love your facial expressions. I don't know what kind of facial expression you were trying to make, but when I first look at this, and if I was scrolling through my feed, I would stop and read this because I was thinking, I kind of see it as oh, I'm trying this idea. Maybe I'm a little crazy. Maybe it's going to work. I don't really know what's happening. Am I really doing this? That's the type of stuff that gets people's attention because guess what? You're real. They can relate with you. They're able to understand that you're trying new things. Everyone wants to try new things, okay? Huge way. Only thing that I would have done is put something about essential oils in your hashtags. That way, it would have tagged somehow to Young Living essential oils, whatever it may be. But great job. Looks good. Seriously, I love the image. I love that it shows, hey, it's fun, it's crazy, it's risky, it's different. I don't know if it's going to work, but what the heck, I'm going to try. Good job. Okay, this is great, fun, simple, and guess what? It's at the farm. This is great. Lavender's in the background. I think that's lavender from here. I can't tell. Yeah. So you're at the farm. You all look happy, having fun. The Mona farm is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely love being able to experience seed to seal firsthand. Oh, it's Clary Sage. I should have read your hashtag there. Great job. Maybe do a few more things. What is seed to seal? Maybe show that. Like the Mona farm is absolutely beautiful. Guess what? Seed to seal is in action as we harvest these plants. I don't know. Something again to show it in action, but great job. You all look happy. You're having fun. It's a nice, bright picture. It looks really good. Okay, this one's really fun. I like the way this looks, but I do know it's a graphic, right? Again, I'm not a fan of posting graphics. That's a personal opinion, but it is cool. It caught my eye, so it could work. There's nothing wrong with that. I like the way the oils are laid out. It makes me think. It's good. I like it. I love that you tagged Young Living here. It's a great way to reach out to them. It's a great way to get interaction. Thanks for the great promo. New premium starter kit members can bring wonderful aroma of Christmas spirit to their homes. Okay, this is great. But again, maybe show Christmas spirit in action. You could have had a picture with like a stocking on your chimney, right? And you could have had the starter kit coming out of that or something different. Try to be creative as you do that. Show the products in action. Okay, and this is the last one here. I love the image. Love it. I personally think it might be a bit long. I don't like to do more than maybe 3 to 5 sentences, absolute max on Instagram. That is a personal opinion again. Great recipe. People love that stuff. I love the cleanliness of your image. I'm a huge fan of having like wood in images. I think that's great because it just makes it look modern and clean. I love the hashtags. So I think there's a lot of great things. Be careful with a couple things so you don't border any issues with compliance because it is, lavender saying it's calming, German chamomile feeling of peace and patience. You do have to be careful with that, like may help with the snoring. Those are things that if Young Living was to see, they would have an issue with that. So just be careful, but looks great. Guys, as a whole, everyone did really well. Please don't take any of my comments personal. I think they were all great, but one of the things that I do in these videos is my goal is to help things be better. So please don't take things personal. Please reach out to me with questions. If you have any concerns about things that I said, please let me know. I'm excited to continue working with all of you this week on social media. Have a great day, and we'll chat soon.